Kia ora, and welcome to Thursday's Economy Watch, where we follow the economic events and trends that affect Aotearoa. I'm David Chaston, and this is the international edition from interest.co.nz, and today we lead with news markets are maintaining a willful blindness in the face of the arrival of some major threats and poor data. First, we should note that the US federal government is shutting down, having reached its debt limit. And in the absence of a compromise between Congress, that is the Senate in this case, and the White House, there is no sign that this issue will be resolved soon. The President is using the event to blame everyone else but himself, but the truth is he probably doesn't care what damage he is doing. He's likely relishing it. But it will likely have significant financial market impacts, although today Wall Street is acting like it will be resolved quickly as usual, holding their breath. However, this shutdown could delay the September jobs report due at the weekend. Some are even saying the shutdown could stretch all the way to the Fed's next meeting on October the 29th. And the US Supreme Court has knocked back Trump's attempt to oust Fed Governor Cook, at least until the new year. Gold posted another all-time high and is on track for an annual rise of 50%, while the US dollar is now under pressure. Meanwhile, data out overnight shows there was a huge drop in US mortgage applications last week, the largest in nearly a year. Refinance activity dropped the most, but finance for new home purchase dropped notably too. Benchmark mortgage interest rates didn't move much, up just 12 basis points, and still on a declining trend. News on their labour market front wasn't good for September either. In advance of this weekend's non-farm payrolls report, the ADP employment report was expected to show a low 50,000 jobs gain, but in fact it came in with a 32,000 jobs loss for the month. It isn't clear yet whether the non-farm payrolls report will be released given the shutdown. The ADP version may be all markets get on how the giant US labour market is tracking. And it isn't any better on the factory floor. The latest ISM factory PMI for September is still in contraction, with new order levels retreating from August. All this will depress American economic growth, but it may also raise inflation. The frequent shocks to global supply chains from factors such as the American tariffs leave central banks with limited tools to combat rising inflation risks, according to the governor of the Canadian Central Bank in a recent interview. And Canadian factories are slowing too. Across the Pacific, similar factory PMIs show Japan contracting, Korea moving back into expansion on strong new order levels, Taiwan going backwards, and Indonesia in a minor expansion again on the back of new orders. So it won't be a surprise to learn that September exports from Korea rose sharply to their best level since mid-2024. In China, their Golden Week national holiday is underway, starting an enormous surge in travel by vacationers. International markets will notice the surge. In Australia, Cotality is reporting a surge in house prices, driven by a worrying combination of low new supply, very low listing levels, and new low deposit arrangements bringing in more demand. House prices jumped in all capital cities in September, led by Perth and Brisbane, but the most notable change was the rise in Sydney. The US Treasury 10-year yield is now at 4.11%, down 3 basis points from yesterday, and the price of gold will start today at $3,870 an ounce, up $23 from yesterday and a new all-time high. And silver is back up to $47.50 an ounce. American oil prices are down another 50 cents at just under $62 a barrel, while the international Brent price is now just under $65.50 a barrel and down $1. And the Kiwi dollar is now just on 58.1 US cents and up 10 basis points from yesterday. Against the Aussie, however, we're up 40 basis points at 88 Australian cents. Against the euro, we're up 20 basis points at 49.6 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index starts today just on 65.3 and also up 20 basis points. And the Bitcoin price starts at $117,765 and up 4.3% from yesterday. Volatility of the past 24 hours has been moderate at just on plus or minus 2.3%. You can get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston. We'll do this again tomorrow.